Everyone, we got Ulises Aispuro here from Team 24K. My man went undefeated here, 5-0. And what deck were you playing and what were your matchups?
I was playing the new deck, Banquet Souls. It's a cool new little deck from the new set that just came out. It's like a control deck, but like at the same time, like I guess you could call it a combo because it has like a little combo at the beginning. Then you start like controlling the board like later on in the game. But I think the deck is really cool. It's do I think it's like meta? Not really. I think it's possibly like tier 2-ish rogue, and I think it can compete with the meta, but I don't think it's like one of the best decks, but I think it's really good though.
Okay, speaking of competing with the meta, what were your matchups? You went 5-0, so.
So my first round I played against Branded. That was a 2-0. The first game I hand dropped him twice, I nipped him actually, and I was on Ryzen, and Ryzen literally does everything on your deck, so you get a lot of advantage. Game 2, he only opened Oliver, and I just asked him, and that was it. So,
That's it.
and my second round opponent was
Me, Labyrinth.
yeah, it was against you. That's right. It was pretty free, but you know.
It was game 3, guys. It was a close one, but
Yeah,
okay.
but he was playing Labyrinth. He was playing the trap version actually, the one with like floodgates and stuff. And this deck, they don't open like Rivalry or Ghost in. Like it just outgrinds your opponent. Like that deck can't keep up with this. And I guess my round 3 was Sky Strikers actually. They were self-engaged like 4 times, but Striker has a problem getting over the boss monster in this deck, and like
Nice.
they all target, so like you could like change your stuff and like do everything, and still they get so much advantage. This deck can just bring back the advantage with like the Link monster and the effect of Borger to draw. So it wasn't hard, but I wouldn't say it was easy. Just to be humble, you know.
Right.
You know that this deck just beats Striker.
And then round 4 and 5 was both branded,
Yeah,
right?
both branded.
Yeah. So I saw this man round 5 get super poly, cycloned, and you still went off afterwards. So I know that deck has a lot of huge recovery.
Yeah. So the first branded opponent did the round 4, beat him, grinded. Game 1, then game 2 I just Ancient Organism. So that's how I won the game. Against the last opponent, that was actually harder. Shout out to the guy Caleb. He's a really good duelist. I beat him game 1. We grinded forever. It took like 20 minutes. Game 2, he just opened everything. So I was just like, you know, I can't win. I'll just scoop it up on the game 3, right? Game 3, I opened Ryzen and what's it called? Ancient Organism. So I'm like, I'm good. Normal Star Ryzen, search something. Joe. Okay. So I go into Baguska and I have Organism set, right? He super polys my Baguska, and then I flip Organism. He cosmics it.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And I'm like, oh, I guess I lose. But I top deck Small World into a Kaiju and Star Ryzen, so that lives. So that was it. That was pretty much it. Let me get to the deck profile real quick. All right, so to start, we have 3 Ryzen. He's like the Stratos of the deck. Pretty much searches anything that's not a warrior, but everything is different, so basically a different name that's not him. And he has like his 2 little effects right here. The cool part is that they're basically like on a fighting game genre. If you ever play like Marvel vs. Capcom, like they have their first effect where they reveal like their attribute, and they have their second effect where they reveal like, let's say like an assist kind of.
Right.
Like when you tag out. So like this one, his assist will be dark, and he pops everything on his column. So it's a really cool mechanic that Konami made. I really like it a lot. I'm a fan of fighting games, so yeah. So he's a searcher, most important card. The second card is Mad Love. She's a searcher, but she searches for spam and trap cards. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The other effect that she has is she can make something lose 500 attack, but you don't really use that effect. You want to use the second one, which she bounces a monster with the lowest defense to the hand. That effect comes in handy, but she just pretty much just a searcher for the spin shock cards. She's like starts your combo with Ryzen. So that's what you want to search up in. 3 Burger. He's the guy who draws you a card, and also you can burn for 15. The 15 burn doesn't come out a lot, but like if you're grinding with a deck, like it adds up because you can do it on your turn and you're doing your opponent's turn, and that's like 3k right off the bat.
Right.
But the draw effect though, that's when you start like gaining advantage.
It's like your own heat soul in a way.
Yeah, you
that's pretty
literally draw on your turn and draw on their turn. It's basically heat soul without paying life points. You're just revealing something, so that's pretty cool. And he is actually one of the big ones, which lets you tag out. Let's say that you summon Ryzen or Madlub, you use effect, they Emperor and Baylor, whatever, chain, put it back,
Tag them out.
Yep, and they still resolve. So they're pretty cool. A thing I like to do if I have these two in hand, I like to normal summon, use effect, and to play on draw, I like to chain this, right? So I'm gonna add, and then they're gonna have to draw. Then I use effect, reveal what I added, and I draw a card. So it plays kind of around
you get a
draw.
little extra one, yeah.
But yeah, it's something to think about. Another card is the boss monster, which is Kaiser. I'm not sure how to say it, but I know the OCG name is Kaiser. Pretty much, he's the same as him. You reveal, tag out. Has to be a non-dragon though, so just anything by himself basically.
Right.
He can make himself unaffected by activated card effects, so he's really good against aggro matchups, stuff like that. And he's actually a non-targeted pop, which is really good.
That card is insane.
Some people play 1. I like to play 2 because I really like this card a lot. It's really insane, honestly. And the 1500 matters a lot for Small World too.
Okay.
So that's 2 of those. And I play the 1 Panterax, another Earth target. She's really good against back row matchups. And she's good when you try to make that Goose card rank 4 plays, but she doesn't like do much, honestly. But you still gotta play her at 1 or 2. Probably 1 is better in my opinion.
Especially control matchups, I'm sure it'll come up. Yeah.
But some people like to play 2. I wouldn't blame them if they did. And sorry. And then you play the 1 Pluto. He's just there for a fire target for the attribute, and something you could search up Ryzen. Sometimes you can summon him on your opponent's turn, like to block an attack or like try to survive or something. But most of the time he's just a fire. Like you gotta run him, just 1. So that's it for all the monsters that are Vanquish souls. For hand traps, let me just see. I ran Triple Ash, she's a fire. Ash Blossom.
A lot of these help with small world lines, but
yeah, you gotta. The attribute matters a lot in this deck, so.
that's true. Yeah, you're revealing. Yep.
Yeah, and then you have 3 Baylor. People.
You know the rarities, guys. It's
I know, right? Sorry about that. I had to afford the deck somehow, you know. But anyhow, I run Baylor over Imperm because Imperm is not a monster, so you can't small world it. That's basically the only reason. Yeah, I mean, I like Baylor a lot. It wasn't bad today, so I'll still run it. And 1 gold spell.
So 1 bell. How was that for you? 1 at 1.
I actually drew it quite a lot, so.
I mean, having your own heat soul too, you'll get to it pretty.
Yeah, and you only need to see 1. It's the attribute matters, like I said.
Right, the Earth, right? Yeah.
Yeah, and also target for small world. You go this, and to the other.
Yeah, and then you can reroll that. Yeah.
Yeah, so that matters a lot. Then you have the 3 Nib. I like Nib a lot, this format. Especially because Cash tries to do their new dumb Ray Raptor board. So like this helps a lot versus that. Because you can't really kaiju them afterwards. Because if they summon like, let's say a Fossil Dyna, you can't kaiju them anymore. But this helps a lot, so.
Okay.
Yeah. And that's it for hand traps. And I do run some kaijus, which is 2 of the Earth one. And 1 of the fire ones.
Searchable kaijus, yeah.
Searchable kaijus, they do they do everything.
Yeah.
They're attributes and they out a monster.
Without any problem, pretty much. Yep.
Pretty much. That's it for the monsters. Spun trap cards. 3 Sacred Soul. This card is nuts. It's probably one of the best cards in the deck. So what it does is you reveal a monster with a attribute. So basically, let's say you reveal the Kaiju, right? Then you summon a monster from your deck that has Vanquish so in the name with the same attribute with a different name. So I'm gonna write something like this. Yeah, because you don't have to be a Vanquish, so you can reveal anything, and as long as it's the same attribute, I'll summon it. But it's one of the best cards in the deck, honestly. I wish it was searchable, but it's not. And Dust Devil and continue. So this guy, he's like a Book of Moon.
Book of Moon, okay.
You target one of your monsters, that's Vanquish Soul, and you Book of Moon monsters, one that controls up to a number of monsters you control. That's Vanquished. But yeah, most of the time it's one, but it's really good. You go around one. And continue, he's just like Monster Reborn, or if not, you can add it to your hand as well.
Continue, like the fighting game too, the archetype.
Yeah,
pretty
when
cool.
you like lose, he says continue. Yes.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh yeah. And 3 plus Purdy. Consistency, you need it. If you don't open Ryzen, it's kind of tough to play. So
straightforward.
yeah. 2 small worlds. I was running 3 at first, but I kept like drawing multiples of, so I thought 2 was just fine today. And yeah, I'm just gonna keep it at 2 for now.
It worked out.
I'll see what happens later, but 2 is working out so far. And Rhoda. And that's pretty much it for the spells. I was running the Randall, the Noble Knight card, so you can search Ryzen, but I found myself sometimes not having like monsters on board turn 1. So like it didn't matter if I had the Randall sometimes, it was just a break. Because if I had to normal summon a monster, equip Randall so for me to search, at that point it's just like not doing anything. So I just took it out. So that's all the spells around now. And for the traps, just 3, there can only be 1. This card is
all
just,
different types, and you don't care at
yeah,
all.
you don't really care, and it hurts every other deck except for Branded. Branded can play around it, but still, like you want to play it just for every other archetype that doesn't.
Yeah, and if it's bad, it's an easy side out, right?
Yeah,
So
it's an easy
alright.
side out, so there's always game 2. For the extra deck, 3 Rock of the Vanquisher. This is really the only monster that matters.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, anything else doesn't really matter, but I found myself for some matchups, you might want to like be careful where you banish. But this is the best monsters.
Okay.
Atisco, Phoenix, Cerberus, Unicorn, Security Dragon,
Nightmare package.
and Donner. Yep, Nightmare package, and just utility stuff, you know, not like stuff
Nothing
that
too
could,
crazy, yeah.
stuff that could potentially come up, you know, but nothing too crazy. For TYCs, you got 1 Baguska. This is really good against Branded, so this is probably the 4th most important monster in the deck besides these 3 right here. You have a Bitsweller, just in case, you know, some dry turn matchups running around. You gotta have it. You know, who knows? I don't know. He's just there.
Doesn't hurt. Yeah,
You can afford it. Yeah, you have a space. Etiton, he's cool. He's never came up, but he's Etiton. He's cool. He's Seeker. Yeah, this actually does come out quite a bit. It says to the package.
This is cool. Explain a little bit about this.
So you're basically just going to this, to go into Borbo, attack directly, then go to Zeus. You
It's
have
a fatter Zeus, pretty much.
you have a
right?
2 much
That's
hero Zeus. Yeah, that's pretty much it. 2 much hero Zeus. Zeus is good.
it. Okay.
And yeah, that's it. But I found myself a lot that against a Branded matchup, what's good about Baguska, that you can have this and this like this, and you just gain advantage throughout like the duel with this guy while sitting on the Baguska. And so you just start making your link plays.
You just keep adding from hand,
Yeah,
right?
with like these guys until you can go to Atisco and stuff. And you just keep adding them to your hand because you're not losing anything because it's discarding, popping something, drawing, and then you're
And you
still
get to
getting
draw
back.
still, yeah,
So
that's
you're
really
just getting
value.
everything for free. So it's really good. I love that like combo-ish thing or whatever you want to call it. But that's for the extra deck. Like I said, 15 cards, 40 cards main deck, and 15 card side deck. This is up to preference.
Okay.
But this is what I run today, and this is what I like. So I like the Bestials, 3 Mac, 1 Druid's Worm.
Standard.
He can also search the boss monster in the deck because he's a dragon. So
That's
that
nice.
comes up a
That's
lot,
broken.
too.
Yeah, I didn't know that actually. That's interesting.
3 draw, just in case, you know. I don't main it anymore because it doesn't hurt some matchups. So yeah, I decided against like if I see super heavy, cash potentially. I don't know.
Strikers, I guess. Yeah,
Not striker, but I don't know. It's there. It helps a lot in the matchups that you needed. 2 cosmics and 1 duster. So just for back row matchups, this deck should inherently have a good matchup versus back row decks. But you still need this stuff just in case they have like those dumb floodgates that don't let you play the game. So you still run these. You could bump this to 3 if you want. But I just feel this is enough. You don't need a lot. So 3 ancient organisms. Best card against branded.
Mystic Mind versus branded,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah.
This deck doesn't have a great branded matchup, but this makes it way easier.
Yeah.
So I appreciate this card a lot. And if you have it under this, you can just normal summon your big monsters and just start using their effects. So this only hurts special summon monsters.
Yeah, because you add them back anyway from being. They
you're
don't,
adding
so
it.
you can afford just
Yeah,
normal
so
tribute.
you can afford that,
Yeah, that's
And
nice.
something
I do like that a
cool
lot.
I play is still a skill drain.
Oh, so cool.
Yeah, I know, right? Well, I want to try 3, but 2 right now is cool. It's really good against like certain like obscure matchups like flu and stuff like that. It just hurts those decks, and it doesn't hurt you a lot because you can always like use like your normal summon effects and then tag out with the big
You can
ones.
tag them out, resolve
Yeah.
your little ones, and then your big ones are beaters too.
Yeah,
so
or
3K.
if you have this,
yeah.
like if you have this is cool because this you have skill drain, like skill drain face up. Then you have this, right? Go effect, 2 draw, right? Chain, summon. You draw your card, right?
Yep, you
Right?
resolve
Say
that,
you
yeah.
want to use effect to pop, chain.
So
summon,
good.
pop a card.
Yeah, value.
Yeah, it's
Value.
really cool. I like those interactions. I know CG was playing this card for a minute, and I wanted to try it too because you know they're playing it. It must be good, right? And it's at 1 over there. So I say, you know, let's try
bump
it
it
out.
up a little extra.
let's
Yeah,
bump it
this
up.
is the 2.
So
Okay.
it's been pretty cool so far. I'm still testing it, but I like it a lot.
Alrighty. Oh, that's Ulises for you guys. Thank you for the deck profile, and thank you for the in-depth, definitely information and educational about this new archetype that we got. I know a lot of people are interested in it, so definitely giving the good to them. All right, thank you. Bye.